yourself on small achievements. 2. Manage stress. Example: remember a day when stress overwhelmed you and how it defeated your productivity. Now think of a day when you felt calm and focused. Tip: incorporate practices like meditation, deep breathing exercises, or short walks to manage stress efficiently. 3. Develop emotional intelligence. Example: consider a situation where someone's emotional outburst created a problem. Now think about how remaining emotionally intelligent could have diffused the situation. Tip: practice empathy and self-awareness to manage your emotions better and interact positively with others. Digital environment. In today's digital age, our online world can also significantly impact our real-life productivity and mental state. 1. Digital declutter. Example: think of your cluttered email inbox versus a well-organized one where it's easy to spot essential messages. Sound tip: unsubscribe from unnecessary emails and delete or archive non-essential messages to keep things tidy. 2. Mindful consumption. Example: recall a time when scrolling through social media drained your time and energy versus a time you spent online learning something new. Tip: be deliberate about the content you consume online. Follow profiles and channels that inspire and educate you. Putting it all together. Creating a supportive environment is not a one-time task but an ongoing process. You need to continually adjust both your physical and social environments to align with your evolving goals. Action steps. 1. Assess your current environment. Take a day to observe what's working and what's not in both your physical spaces and social circles. 2. Plan your changes. Write down specific changes you can make to create a more supportive environment. 3. Implement gradually. Don't overwhelm yourself with changes. Implement them one at a time and notice how each modification impacts your productivity and mindset. By crafting a supportive environment, you're laying a solid foundation upon which you can build your goals. Remember, the more aligned your environment, the easier it will be to apply the 80-20 principle and streamline your journey to success. Chapter 11. Applying the 80-20 principle to relationships. Relationships, the heart of life. Relationships are the foundation of our lives. They give us joy, a sense of belonging, and often support us through challenging times. Yet not all relationships are created equal. Applying the 80-20 principle to your relationships can significantly enhance the quality of your social connections and overall happiness. The 80-20 principle in relationships. The 80-20 principle, also known as the Pareto principle, suggests that 80% of our happiness and fulfillment come from just 20% of our relationships. These are our vital few connections that deeply enrich our lives. Conversely, the remaining 80% of our relationships often contribute only 20% to our overall well-being and may consume disproportionate amounts of time and energy. Identify your vital few. Start by identifying the relationships that truly matter. Ask yourself, who consistently brings joy, encouragement, and support to my life? With whom do I feel most myself and relaxed? Who challenges me positively and helps me grow? Make a list of these people. These are your 20%, the relationships worth nurturing and prioritizing. Example: consider Sarah, who has a close-knit group of friends. Out of her 10 friends, she finds that 3 of them, Jess, Mia, and Alex, are the ones who truly uplift her. They are her confidants, cheerleaders, and partners in fun adventures. These friends are her vital few. Manage the trivial many. Next, take a closer look at the relationships that fall into the other 80%. These might be people who drain your energy, add stress, or contribute little to your happiness. It doesn't mean they are bad relationships, just that they don't need as much focus. To manage these relationships. 1. Set boundaries. Limit the time and emotional investment you give to these connections. 2. Focus on quality. When you do interact, make the most out of the time without overcommitting. 3. Let go if necessary. Some relationships may have run their course. It's okay to gently distance yourself from them. Example: Sarah realizes she spends a lot of time with some acquaintances who often gossip and bring negativity into her life. To reallocate her time, she decides to gradually spend less time with them and more with her vital few. Quality time over quantity. Spending more time with your vital relationships doesn't necessarily mean clocking hours. Quality trumps quantity here. Engaging in meaningful conversations, sharing experiences, and being there through thick and thin deepens the bond. Example: Sarah, Jess, Mia, and Alex start a monthly book club where they read motivational books and discuss their insights. This not only brings them closer, but also contributes to their personal growth. Communicate effectively. Open, honest communication is the cornerstone of strong relationships. Share your thoughts, feelings, and appreciate your close connections. Let them know their importance in your life. Example: Sarah expresses her gratitude to Jess, Mia, and Alex for being such integral parts of her life. This fortifies their bond and enhances mutual understanding and appreciation. Leverage group synergies. Sometimes your vital few can form a supportive community. Encouraging them to know each other better and strengthen interconnections can create a powerful network. Example: Sarah organizes a small weekend retreat for Jess, Mia, Alex, and a couple of other mutual friends. It fosters a sense of group support and collective growth. Balance and self-reflection. Remember, relationships are dynamic. Regularly reflect on whether your time and energy allocations still align with your values and priorities. Continue to focus on nurturing the relationships that matter most. Example: once every few months, Sarah assesses her relationships to ensure she is still investing in those that are most beneficial and fulfilling. Conclusion: in applying the 80-20 principle to your relationships, you will find more joy, support, and growth. By focusing on the 20% of connections that bring the most value, while managing or minimizing the impact of the rest, you'll create a more fulfilling and balanced social life. Finally, remember that relationships are not just about receiving, but equally about giving. Be the 20% in someone else's 80-20 principle. Uplift, support, and enrich the lives of those you care about. Your relationships shape your journey. Make sure they are the right ones. Chapter 12. Living a Balanced Life. Introduction. The importance of balance. As we come to the final chapter of our journey, it's essential to understand that while achieving success is important, maintaining balance in life is equally crucial. The 80-20 principle can help us not only achieve more, but also ensure that we live fulfilling, harmonious lives. Balance means giving the right amount of attention and care to different areas of our lives: work, family, health, and personal growth. It involves managing our responsibilities and pleasures in a way that one doesn't overshadow the others. Let's explore how we can use the 80-20 principle to live a balanced life. 1. Balance in your professional life. In our careers, it's easy to become consumed by work in the pursuit of success. But true success includes maintaining health, relationships, and personal well-being too. The 80-20 principle teaches us that 20% of our work often accounts for 80% of our results. Recognize those critical tasks and focus on them. This will allow you more time and energy to spend on other significant aspects of your life. Example: Jane realized that by focusing on high-impact projects at work and delegating less important tasks, she could leave the office earlier and spend more time with her family and on hobbies she loved.